I think, thoughts is powerful. Even my career, even my life, things end up turning out exactly how I visualized. Not in the time frame I expected. You know what I'm saying? You don't know shit happen overnight. But, I just had clear visions.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy, OMD Dex 300, and this is the Corner Store Podcast. Happy 420. It is April the 20th, Thursday, 2023, and it is 420 today. Happy Weed Day to everybody out there who partake in the greenery. Hopefully you had some cool scenery, the beach, the park, your crib, your backyard, having a barbecue, chilling with your lady, whatever you're doing. Hopefully you partaking in some of that good. I've been dealing with some health issues lately, and it's come to pass that I have some heart shit going on. So I was using tobacco products to blaze with. So I done backed off of that, but I am smoking today. I got a pipe. There will be no more blunts in my future. I'm most definitely gonna tone down my smoking because I was doing too much, I believe. But I don't think that contributed. It might have helped, but I don't think it contributed to my heart condition or even me getting semi what was the fucking shit? Pneumonia. I had pneumonia-like symptoms, but it was also complications with my AFib. I got atrial fibrillation with my heart and everything. But your boy done lost some weight, man. And I'm taking medication. What's up, Slim? How you doing? Shout out to New York in the building. And basically, your boy is gonna smoke today. But like I said, I have changed my whole status when it comes to smoking. No more blunts, no more of those tobacco products or anything like that. But I am going to partake in the marijuana today. It is happy 420, as I stated. Happy April 20th, 2023. And thank you for coming to episode 39, y'all. Episode 39. What? Your boy, episode 39. I can't believe that 39 episodes of the Corner Store Podcast. That's pretty amazing. I got to honestly say, I never thought I would get this far with this podcast, but it is a labor of love. And I'm going to hit this for the 420 real quick. Let me go and do this. I hope that. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, yeah, I am. This all good. Like, Slim, I know you missed the live the other night. I was wanting people to tune into that episode because it turns out that young man was pretty cool. Drew Swain was on episode 38. Caucasian rapper out of Oklahoma that's living in Carson, California in the South Bay. Very interesting pod. Very interesting show. If you did not see that show, please double back and check that out. It was very, very interesting. But that young man is interesting too. I got to give him his props. Oh, cool. If you saw it, great. Oh, great. Slim is always on top. Ooh, that's good. I haven't smoked in a while. So that little hit was hit pretty hard. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it. There's a lot of things going on out there in the world. Politically, entertainment-wise, criminal-wise. I mean, just a whole array of weird situations, interesting situations, and also sad situations. So let me jump on into that right away and talk about the first topic we want to talk about tonight, which is about somebody that I'm starting to, grow more and more fond of as a performer, as an actor. And for some reason, the world has decided to that he's the next person that's going to be canceled right as his career is starting to blossom. And that person I'm talking about is Jonathan Majors, actor that was in Creed, the actor that is in the new Avengers, not Avengers, but the new Marvel films. As I know the name of it, Kane the Conqueror. I'm a big Marvel head. I'm actually going to be doing a new pod soon called the Corner Store Comic. What is it? Corner Store Comics podcast about comic book shit. Probably going to be a whole different demographic, whole different audience for that shit. But so I'm a big fan of Marvel films and everything, even though sometimes they're disappointing as hell. Thor, Love and Thunder was very disappointing, but I'll leave that to another. I'll leave that for another time to talk about. But Jonathan Majors is being canceled, y'all. He's being canceled. The brother, when you look at that man, let's be honest. I want you to take a serious look at that brother and his body of work, all the stuff he's worked on, and tell me, do you see him being the type of person that he's being accused of? All of a sudden, these accusers coming out the woodwork. This shit happened to Deshaun Watson. Shout out Deshaun Watson, Cleveland, the former Houston, Texas quarterback, and the Cleveland Browns quarterback now, who tried to get the hell out of Houston and was summarily accused by several women all of a sudden out of nowhere that he touched it. None of this, nobody was ever saying nothing when he was a Houston Texan quarterback. Nobody said anything about it, of him being a rapist. And as soon as he wanted to leave, now, this is ironic. A lot of people don't put these tie-ins together. The guy who brought suit against Deshaun Watson in that situation about the masseuse and all these women talking about, oh, he's inappropriate. He wanted me to touch this, that, and the third, was a business partner of the owner of the Texans. That's kind of ironic. I'm going to leave that alone and still talk about my brother, Jonathan. Jonathan Majors don't even look like he got that kind of a character to do the things these women are accusing him of. It has come out that the one girl who accused him, who was his girlfriend, she actually, after accusing him of so-called attacking her and doing the things that she said, that she went back into the party, had a good time. This is all on videotape. They had a good time and summarily got drunk that night. So if she was so distraught about what he did to her and all this other shit, why would you be, you the first thing you think after getting beat up by your boyfriend or whatever, you'd be going to the police, right? This is a new wave of things that's happening. I don't know if that man didn't accept. See, we start talking about conspiracy theories with the Illuminati and all that when certain people start to blow up. And that's what that brother was doing. Blowing the fuck up. All types of, when he's on Lovecraft Country, which is an extraordinarily amazing show, weird as hell, because it's I think it's based on stories from H.P. Lovecraft, which is, he's already just as weird as Stephen King or what's the guy named? There's another writer that's very much like Stephen King. Can't think of his name off the top of my head, but there's writers out there who write some wild horror type stories and crazy stories. And H.P. Lovecraft is one of those cats. But that show took Jonathan Majors through the stratosphere. Jonathan Majors in the last 4 to 5 years has released about 5-6 films. He was in the World War II film about the fighter pilots. He was one of the few black fighter pilots. What was it called? Disglory or something to that effect. I can't think of the name to save my life. I actually should be using my tablet to find out. And he also was in the Marvel film, and he was in the Marvel TV show also, Loki. He got introduced as Kane the Conqueror, or one of the versions of Kane the Conqueror. Obviously, Creed 3, which is another controversial subject since Sylvester Stallone is pissed off that he wasn't even involved in the making of that or producing of that film. Irvin Winkler, the producer who initially Stallone partnered with years and years ago in the 70s to bring Rocky out, was the producer that has the rights to that story now. So Sly got squeezed out, and it's now Michael B. Jordan and director Ryan Coogler that's kind of like, steering the ship on the Creed series, which Rocky didn't like. They don't like black people having power. They don't like black people saying no to them. And if you notice, as soon as you're in a position to where you can say no, and see, they don't like the way these NBA players are going from team to team, dictating how their future is going to be and working when they want to work. They don't like this. It's a plantation type situation to where these owners or the people that have your contract or whatever want you to work when they say work. Get up, boy, do what we say do. And when you buck the system, they'll find ways. One of the quickest ways to try to break somebody down to their knees is to kill them in the public. Bill Cosby got too big for his britches. Now, let's assume Bill Cosby was doing all the things they said he was doing. They would have killed that man. All these years, he's supposed to be drugging these women, having sex with them, and them women didn't say anything. All they had to do is say, forget the police. White people that came, found him, and murdered his ass. You'll never have enough money as a black person. I don't give a fuck how, unless you're playing the game. You don't hear nothing about Jay-Z. The only thing Jay-Z, and I only bring up Jay to say Jay-Z's a billionaire, and they make sure that you know it. They make sure that you know Puffy's a billionaire. These are cats that jump through the hoops they are told to jump through. My opinion. This is the reason why they make as much money they make. Not saying that they're not smart, not saying that they're not businessmen, not saying they haven't learned anything from all these different entities they work with. You know damn well when Jay first got into the business, well, the music business, and he was in boardrooms and ins and out, he didn't know his shit. That's why he had people there, mouthpieces talking for him. As time goes on, obviously, you know damn well Jay knows the business now. At least he knows the lingo. He knows. He's not dumb. But let's be real. If you're a black person in this country, and tell me who's the richest black person in this country. People always say Oprah Winfrey, and that's not true. It is a black tech company owner that's worth over 22 or 25 billion dollars. That man rich as hell, and y'all don't even know who he is. All you know on the Forbes list is people they want you to know. And I'm saying all this to say to you that Jonathan Majors was blowing up. They wanted to dictate to him how things was going to go. And he wasn't with that bullshit. I don't know if it was Illuminati or not, but it's so fucking weird, especially after he was cleared and it was found that the bitch was lying. Now, all of a sudden, this man's got all these accusers. The world is bullshit. I got it down here in my notes. The world is bullshit. Always has been, always will be. I don't care how much headway we make. I don't care how many buildings you buy. I don't care how much real estate you have. I don't care if you're in Colorado and you're one of the biggest ranchers in Colorado. Hell, there's a black family in Colorado now that are ranchers, just like on Yellowstone. Them white people fucking with them on every night. Let's say you got 300 acres. I mean, your bitch ass got to be up at 3 a.m. with AR-15s riding on fucking four pads and motorcycles protecting your property because you don't know what these people gonna do. It's almost like it's 1864 all over again. They burning books in Florida. They passing lynching laws. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing but them feeling like they're losing their grip on what they consider to be their I hate to say this about them because, to be honest with you, they're playing games with normal white people too. I don't want everybody to think out there that I have a problem with. I don't got a problem with no damn body. Nobody. I don't care what race you are. I take everybody face value. Everybody. Because there's blacks out there black people hate each other in this country more than any race. Black people hate each other like Mexicans so-called don't like El Salvadorians. For whatever reason. I could never understand why those Hispanic sets of people dislike each other until I found out. All I'm trying to say to y'all is this cancel culture shit, and I'm sorry to say this for any women that are on my live right now or going to be watching this podcast episode later on. You women have to stop, man. And I mean this. There are men out there turning into women and then jumping their ass on women's swim teams in colleges, beating the shit out of women. Talk about I'm a woman now, but nigga, you was 400th in the breast butterfly backstroke when you was going up against men. So your bitch ass so piece of shit, you gonna go and turn transsexual and say I gotta compete with women because I think I'm a woman. And you out there killing the women. This world has lost its mind. And there are women out there fighting for these transgendered men who want to compete in women's sports and dominate. They're fighting for the right for them to do that. That's bullshit. You can be transgendered and still look. That's the reason why they came up with all these terms like non-binary and all that, because people still on the fence about who they are. If you say, okay, I feel like a woman, now I'm going to be a woman, but you still a man and you still got your fishing tackle, you should be still competing against the men. Just put a shower cap on if you let your hair grow long. The fuck out of here. Or if you want to go out there and run with the track and field girls in 100 meters, they running 10 sevens, men running sub 9s. And your whole ass want to go out there and beat the women and shit. And then actually, you're not achieving anything if you're a man claiming you're a woman, going out there beating women. You ain't no champion. What the fuck? I know I deviated from Jonathan Majors, but it's all relative. Jonathan Majors did not want to play ball some type of way. He didn't want to play ball some type of way. And now they're canceling him. Getting dropped from shows, all kind of shit. Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock on national TV. They didn't cancel him. You know why? Will Smith down with the program. Always has been. Him and Red Table Talk and all that. That woman out there airing out all kind of. They want us to look like fools. This Illuminati shit, I hate to keep saying this because they probably gonna fuck around and start noticing me and be like, this guy's talking too much. Whatever, man, I'm 56. I live a great life. You motherfuckers want to come after me, you're going to have to come. Because I'm telling the truth. This shit is obvious. Y'all playing with us. Don't play with that man's life. He's an actor. He's a great actor that wants to continue to act and trying to have a good. See, that's why I think people that's in the entertainment business, stop fucking with motherfuckers that be going to these entertainment functions and want to be around entertainment. Don't get with you a girl work at Ralph's. Find you a beautiful chick that's in the library somewhere. Don't even take her with you to none of your functions. Go to your little premieres and all that, and they want you to kiss on this one and her. Oh yeah, I play the game, but I'm going home to a regular female. There's certain cats they can't fuck with. I don't think they fuck with Denzel Washington or Sam Jackson like that. They not with that bullshit. I'm assuming this now. I don't know. But I love Denzel because he be keeping it 100. The stuff that he say uplift us. And it seems like if they want to shut him up, they try to do something to him like that. But see, he too far gone. He been in the business too long. He knows the game. He done seen shit. So they leave him the fuck alone. And he tries to tell you the truth without going too far, so they won't try to go murk his ass or something. If you look at his interviews and when they ask him questions about things, he has the most eloquent, brilliant fucking answers. You know why? Because the man has been around. He's been on set. He cheated on his wife too. You see, they still together. That bond is a motherfucker. Sam Jackson was on dope. Him and his wife still together. She loved him. That bond is a motherfucker. Everybody ain't like that. Everybody look at Jay-Z and Beyonce's on the outside looking in relationship, be thinking, oh, they together too, and da-da-da. Man, you know, it could be trouble in paradise. We don't know shit. But I can look at Denzel and I can look at Sam and I can look at their life and I can assume that they regular, if you know what I mean. They ain't regular. They wealthy as hell, but they regular. I can't put the Obamas. They keep trying to say that Michelle is a dude. Man, look. All I know when it comes to the first subject I broached on my podcast tonight, Jonathan Majors don't even look like the type of cat they're painting him out to be. And I'll say this about Deshaun Watson. I don't know Deshaun Watson. He could be a freaky nigga wanting masseuse to touch his wee-wee. But what motherfucker ain't doing that that's got money? Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, did that shit. He worth billions. It's all about who you know and what they want you to do. If you don't play the game, they're going to fuck with you. Let's keep it 100. Shout out to Jonathan Majors, man. I'm praying for you. I know for a fact you ain't do shit. I feel it in my heart. I feel it in my soul. He not even answering none of this shit because he's probably sitting over there bewildered and tripping like, wow, they told me this shit might happen and it's really going down. I feel for you, bro. Love you, man. I know you're going to be fine, bro. We're going to go on to the next subject. And this was reported by the Shade Room. It's political. The House of Representatives just passed a bill banning, and I already touched on this. I think the reason why I do that, because I know I'm about to segue to it. Banning trans athletes from competing in federally funded women's sports. So if you go to a school that's federally funded, let's just assume UCLA is one of those federally funded schools, because I know USC is private. But UC schools in the state of California, I don't know if they're state schools. So, but I know they get federal funds though, I think. So I'm assuming they're talking about schools like that, UC Irvine, Riverside, and so on. It's the right move. I'm not no hater. I'm not anti-LGBTQ. Never that. But some shit is just wrong for you motherfuckers to be trying to go for it. And this is one of them. Why in the fuck would you think if you're a man that you are one, you know what it is? Half of you motherfuckers is terrible in men's sports. You're a man and you suck. Them dudes is whooping your ass and writing your name in the sand saying, get the fuck out of here. What are you trying to swim for? What are you weightlifting for? What do you do? And you can't hang. So what do? There's actually people out there who have said I'm trans just to go in the bathroom to look at women. They have reports of men claiming they trans so they won't have to go to the general population in prison, and they'll send them to a female's side of prison and they impregnating women. It's all bullshit. Once again, let me reiterate, I have no problem with anyone who says their sexuality is this, that, or the third. That is your life. But when it starts affecting other people, that's when I have a problem with it. And this is one of those situations where trans people need to sit their ass the fuck down. Are you fucking serious? You wanna claim that you're a female to go and compete against females knowing you're a male. I don't give a fuck how much estrogen pills you taking. There's gonna be too much testosterone in your body for them chicks to fuck with you. If LeBron James, just like this what Dave Chappelle said, if LeBron James announced tomorrow that he was a fucking woman and he's going to the WNBA, that nigga would average 125 points a game in the WNBA. He would be at 38. He would be murdering them girls, and them girls know it. The weakest nigga in the NBA. The garbageest nigga in the NBA. Garbageous nigga in the NBA, or whatever bench that is, whatever team that is, would go to the WNBA and be a fucking all-star. And you all know it. That you take a man and put him in female boxing, there's going to be some concussions out there. Women going to be having, they'll have CTE before they even pass away, because they're not supposed to find CTE until after you dead. Them chicks will have it before they die. If a man go out there and start fighting boxing or doing MMA on the women's side, it's fucking stupid. Sometimes, and guess what the Democrats are doing, because they're aligned with the LGBT community, which is cool too, as long as they're giving them rights to be humans and live their life the way they want in their sexuality. Great. But that fucking Joe Biden said he is going to veto that bill. It'll never pass through the House. The Senate. So both sides, whether they be the Republicans, are too extreme for their own fucking good, and they racist as fuck. And one thing about them, they don't come out and say it. They do it in their actions, and you be like, yeah, them motherfuckers racist in their actions. But they don't come out and say, oh, we're not racist, we're not this, we're not that. It's come to pass that them motherfuckers got more pedophiles on the right side of the aisle in politics than any of. I wouldn't be shocked if they have them on the left too. But the fact of the matter is, the right, I can't even hardly talk. The Republicans are always talking about, pedophiles this, pedophiles that. When you do that shit, you probably touching boys, and it's then come out that at least 60% of them motherfuckers is weirdos. Man, you better watch this world. This world is full of shit. And like I've said before, just like I got on my page here, this world is full of shit in a lot of ways. This is the reason why 420 today, them weed shops had lines out the fucking door. Everybody trying to get faded. Everybody trying to escape reality for whatever reason. So maybe they're doing it for their ailments. I saw a lot of people with canes and all that trying to get these deals today. And that's totally cool. And I wish them all the best. But I know why people are trying to escape reality, because this place sucks. Fleeting moments of happiness, but life generally is agony most of the time. You're dealing with a lot of bullshit. It's just a wild ass world we live in. And now you got people that are so broken inside that they have to wish they was another gender and then go to a sport of that said gender and dominate it to feel good about themselves. What the fuck is going on, man? Now, most people of spiritual ilk realize this is divine and biblical. All this shit is pointing to the last days on this planet. We don't shit. I hope I don't see it. I hope I don't see all of the cataclysms and weirdo monsters and all this so-called stuff that's in Revelations that happen. I don't want to be here for that. I hope I'm with the Lord. I'm hoping. You know what I'm saying? But I'm putting it this way, man. Times has changed. Times as weird as it's ever been. Times are as weird as they have ever effing been. Let's move on. Now, this one right here is reported by the Shade Room as well. And this is a big deal to me. This is a big deal to me because they're planning on putting people in these fucking things. We half-assed supposedly then went to the moon, right? When the last time we went to the moon? We went to the moon back in the 1960s and early 70s. We ain't been back since. And these motherfuckers want to go to Mars? Mars? We ain't got a rocket. Elon Musk, another one of his rockets, his SpaceX rocket, he has a rocket. I forget the name of it. I should go on the Shade Room and look at that real quick. But it's a Starship. Now, it's the first type of rocket that can take off, go vertical, and once it gets to its destination, do the landing like, Buck Rogers. I don't know if you guys used to watch old Buck Rogers cereal, whatever, all these spaces where the motherfucker would come down and land. You know what I'm saying? That's the first. I always wondered why we never had rockets like that back in the day. Well, we had these fucking weird modules and they would go around and land, and then I don't even know how the shit don't even look like it would work like that. But he's got these starships that supposedly go wherever the mission is, and so they can land, they can be reused and shot back up and the whole shit. Well, that motherfucker exploded on the test today or the other day. And this mission to Mars is next 2024 or 6, one of the two, for either next year or 2 years from now. And they ain't even perfected that shit yet. And and guess who they got flying it? If they announce the astronauts, it's a brother flying that motherfucker. So if that shit blow up, you know damn well they're gonna be like, oh, that nigger don't know what he's doing. You know that's what they're gonna say. They already got the scapegoat set up. They already got my boy and homie proud when they announced that he was all, yeah, I'm a 30, 40-year veteran. I flew this plane. I'm looking at him like shaking my head. I'm like, I'm happy for you, man. I'm proud of you. But they setting you up, bro. Fuck Elon Musk. We're going to be using SpaceX has taken over NASA, basically. NASA can't do the shit that he's doing. And all these this nigga is a James Bond villain. That's what Elon Musk is. This is Moonraker all over again. Oh, we need Roger Moore, old ass, to come out of retirement to save us from this motherfucker. Shit, I hope we got a 007 that's gonna stop this nigga. But Elon Musk and took over Twitter. Now he's trying to take over space. This world is crazy, bro. He's going to send people up in a rocket that has not been tested. Well, they're testing it, but it keeps failing. Go look at how many times this shit, his rockets have blown up. Some never even left the ground and just blew up right there. But everybody giving this man all these props of how intelligent and he's a genius. And I don't trust nobody that's skin color so pale you got to touch their face for them to see some blood in their body. You look at him, that is one of the palest, and his mom, oh my God, she's on no disrespect to you, Elon, I ain't trying to talk about your mama, but I am talking about your mama. She's on a Maybelline commercial or some kind of commercial. That woman looked like a vampire, man. Them dark ass eyes. I'm like, who the fuck? I never knew that was his mom until I saw it in a picture. I was like, nah, lady, you look like you bite everybody at night, at midnight. You are not going to scratch on my window talking about, let me in, Dexter. Let me in. I am your friend. Get your ass out of here, man. I don't play that, lady. You don't suck black blood like that. You ain't going to hit me. But they allowing this man to create rockets because he came up with the so-called first true electric car company. Now get the fuck out of here, man. Perfect a craft that can safely, it's getting to the point where I'm starting to believe some of these naysayers. There's people that believe, because in the Bible they speak of the firmament. Now, I don't want to go too deep into this. I'm gonna go ahead on and talk about it though. That we actually can't get out of here, meaning leave the planet, because in the Bible they say about the firmament and that we're not supposed to be able to get to the stars and the whole thing. And they have videos on how sometimes they send up rockets and they just hit this. There's a second layer that won't let you leave. That's crazy. I don't know if it's crazy, but that's wild. I couldn't even imagine that. And everybody has been thinking, even Buzz Aldrin, one of the astronauts from the Apollo missions back in the day, slipped up and admitted that they didn't go. Now you could go look that video up yourself. I'm not trying to get myself FBI'd or CIA'd the fuck out of here now, but all I'm saying is all this shit is out there. It ain't like I put the shit out. But there are things out there saying that moon landing was fake. Hell, they even made a movie about it. If you've never seen this movie, and I'm finna hip you to something real cool, because I'm actually probably gonna put some scenes from this film, since I'm thinking about it now, on my TikTok account. The movie is called Capricorn 1. And I'm going to give you the name of the stars. Elliot Gould is in it. Hal Holbrook, O.J. Simpson, Josh Brolin. And if you've watched Law and Order, the actual Law and Order show, the DA guy, I forget his name, but I know he's an actor, the DA on Law and Order, not Law and Order SVU, the actual Law and Order, the guy who played the DA for many years. He was on it as well. I may even put a scene of that on my TikTok and my YouTube and my Instagram so you'll know what I'm talking about. Elliot Gould was the reporter in that film that was investigating the fact that the moon landing was faked. Now, why would they do a movie like that? Unless they're trying to tell you something low key. That movie has never been highly touted. Actually, the goddamn, I remember Siskel and Ebert killed that movie. They killed it. Killed it. Go look up the Siskel and Ebert from At the Movies back in the day. That show used to be on. There were two critics that blew up from the Chicago Tribune and the Chicago Sun-Times, and they had a show where they would critique films. And they killed Capricorn 1, saying, oh, that's terrible. And OJ was in it too. He played one of the astronauts. Great. It was one of the greatest films ever. Low key, I love that fucking movie. And I haven't seen it in years, but if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Capricorn 1, I think it was 1978, 79 it came out. Great fucking movie about the moon landing being faked. And a lot of people think the actual moon landing, the one that President Kennedy, was, we need to go to the moon. We're going to do da-da-da-da-da. And they did that shit on the sound stage. It could have easily been done back in the 60s and 70s. People would have believed anything back. They fucking believe anything now. So that's what make all of this shit so far-fetched that we be saying, because it's hard to believe this, and then it's just crazy. So all I'm saying is this. They keep sending up rockets that keep blowing the fuck up. How they gonna send these people? That's a 6-month trip in the fastest rocket. 6 months to a year, something to that. These motherfuckers got to not only go there, they have to land, establish the fucking base, get back in that bitch, and fly back. And they got and it's crazy. The commander and the guy who gonna pilot it is a brother. boy. It's funny how you can't get motherfuckers to give you what's they call affirmative action, so you can go to college. But they'll get a black guy to fly that rocket right to Mars. Fuck out of here. Let's move on. The next thing I want to talk about is tragic. And it's all too much we've been hearing about lately. In Kansas City, Missouri, an 84-year-old white male named Andrew Lester. And that motherfucker looked like, if you see his picture, that man looked like he used to be Bela Lugosi's little brother. And if you don't know who Bela Lugosi is, look that name up, Bela Lugosi. That's the original Dracula with that pointy ass fucking shit right here like Eddie Munster. This man is 84 years old. They finally arrested his old ass after he turned himself in for the shooting of a 16-year-old young black male named Ralph Yari. I'm down with you, Ralph, because Ralph is a straight homie-ass black kid. He's an honor student, 16-year-old honor student that happened to be dropped off at the wrong address, and he went up to that door, rang that bell, and that man saw him and shot his ass twice, once in the chest and once in his head, and stood over him. Claimed he felt like he was going to get robbed because the man rang his doorbell. Now, there are videos all over the place of black people coming in that's really trying to rob motherfuckers. I hate to admit that, but it's true. There's videos on TikTok and all kinds of shit of stuff like that where people are looking at their ring and you got 4 or 5 blacks. One dude came to the door with 4 guys talking about Cincinnati police. Since the CCPD, and it was like, what? Show me a badge. And the motherfuckers got on masks and everything, trying to home invade people. Damn, what is niggas got gold bars in their house? The fuck is going on? Unless you got dope in your crib and stacks of money, why is niggas trying to break the motherfuckers' houses to get this little bullshit chain? You mean to tell me you gonna take an AR or a Tech 9 and go break into somebody's house and get their little wristwatch? And what the fuck wrong with motherfuckers? Niggas is that thirsty and grimy? Niggas out here will watch you on Melrose shop for tennis shoes and shit, but you stupid enough to have a fucking $35,000 Audemars on your arm walking with your girl on Melrose thinking you safe. That shit crazy. But motherfuckers is coming to niggas' houses, man. What is going on? That's why I'm strapped. I ain't strapped to the T, but I got enough bullets to throw at your ass that you'll never forget it. Now, I'm black. Ain't nobody finna fuck with me like that. But the fact of the matter, these people is bold enough to do this in these towns, man. Niggas is broke. This world squeezing so tight on motherfuckers' necks that they're willing to try anything. Anything. But this man shot that boy because he's a racist piece of shit. 84 years of racism. So embedded in his brain that all he saw was red when that man knocked on his door. There's videos of FedEx drivers, UPS drivers, mailmen, delivery people, trash men, Uber drivers, that DoorDash people getting just shitted on by these racist motherfuckers. But if you notice, black people minorities. I'm not going to say black people because I saw a Hispanic lady slap the snot out of a white lady in a subway talking that bullshit and how you go back to your country. That bitch slapped fire from her ass like one of them slap contests. People getting tired of that bullshit. Y'all going to keep pushing this narrative till people start killing you. You better chill. And if you're going to be one of them motherfuckers that play G.I. Joe or G.I. Cop, get on your phone, get at a far distance, watch the people, and even look and see if they fucking doing something. Don't be a pro. Why y'all, you know why these motherfuckers are approaching you? You know why? They're not scared. They'll sit there and talk. They want to see if they can get you killed. I don't know why, but this is a new weird thing. People are copycatters. They are fucking nuts. And if you were so scared, so terrified, why would you approach a person? You could be down the block on the phone watching them and recording them if you want to. But instead, you're going to walk right up on them. And because you can look at the person and tell they're no threat. It's just you a bitch ass motherfucker. People are going to start killing your ass. You're going to pick the right person one day. You're going to be like, what are you doing over here? I'm here to rob, bitch. Bow, and blow your fucking head off. That's what you asked for. If you're really that worried, have your ass cross the street, make yourself inconspicuous, record, call the police. But all the time, all you got to do is sit there and watch. You'll see if a nigga break in. You'll see if it's a black dude on your block sitting in his car for 2 hours. You can just do this. You can sit right there and watch his ass. Don't even approach him. Just sit there. They'll get the message. They'll leave if they doing some bullshit. If they not doing nothing, all they gonna do is sit in the car and say, "This motherfucking white person keep staring at me. He way over there though, thank God." You know what I'm saying? But you want some static. That's the reason why you're doing what you're doing. Let's keep it a buck. This fucking world is crazy. And then another incident now, and this is the fucked up thing. I ain't funny, nothing funny about it, but it's the fucked up thing. In Texas, I believe, 2 cheerleaders were killed when they got in the wrong car. Accidentally. This man just wigged out and shot 2 young 16-year-old girls. Everybody trigger happy in the motherfucker. 2 girls get in your car. If you're a man, 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna assume they there to rob you. But if you got a gun, you're gonna sit there and go, damn, what the fuck is I doing? Oh, and from what I understand, she was very apologetic and was like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought this was, and then nigga just went off. People, I've said this on the pod before, people losing their fucking mind. People are losing their mind. Mental illness is rampant in the United States. Rapid. Ain't nobody seeing about this. They so stupid they won't take the Obamacare to go get them a doctor or somebody to talk to. I don't want that. Yeah, you don't want that because you're a fucking nut. I call it like it is. I don't give a damn. Out here shooting everybody. Now, the problem that I have with what's going on today is there's no this fake ass punishments that people are getting, especially people that ain't black. A man on my last podcast, episode 37, I talked about a young man who got 70 years in Texas for spitting on a cop because he said, fuck that cop and spit on him. That motherfucker should be doing a week, if that. He should be getting probation for that. They gave that boy 70 years because they have the power to shit on us at all times. A white dude just raped 3 women. They happen to be minorities, 2 black girls and a Hispanic girl. They gave that motherfucker 5 years probation. It's enough to make you cry, but you gotta laugh for not crying and shit. This fucking world has lost its fucking mind. I'm gonna go on YouTube real quick because there was something that I had saw. Let me see here. I gotta talk about this. Fox News. Let me say something about news media in general. The news media in general is a bought and paid thing. Bought and paid. Whoever got the most money. Now the liberal media, they have agendas too. They have agendas too. Their agenda is bought and paid for by the corporation, just like Fox News' agenda is bought and paid by the corporation. Everybody knows this. News outlets like TYT, the Young Turks, or there's a couple of other guys on here. Jesse Dollamore, Roland Martin. I'm on the fence about Roland. I love you, Roland. Shout out to Roland Martin, but I'm kind of on the fence. He leans more to the liberal side, and he's all about voting and all that. He had a show where he was going off on people who say, oh, the vote don't matter and all that. So he's basically talking to me because that's exactly how I feel about it. I don't give a shit how many people come out and vote for so-called causes. If you voting on the left side ain't done a fucking thing for us. They're saying, oh, well, if it wasn't for the left, this place would be like back in the day. Get the fuck out of here. If the left truly give a fuck about everybody, they be fighting tooth and nail to get their agendas passed. Cussing out motherfuckers, whatever. Instead, they always playing devil's advocate and sitting up there. Well, we've got to reach across the aisle and try to change some of the Republicans' minds to our agenda. They not finna do that, bro. You got motherfuckers like Marjorie Taylor Greene in the fucking Senate and shit, spewing all kind of retarded ass shit over there. You're not finna change the motherfuckers' minds. You fucking losing yours. You got to bite off the fucking head of the snake in order for the motherfucking poison not to fuck with you. Stop thinking, and the only reason why I know that that's bullshit what they be talking about is because they work together. There has to be a yin and a yang to this shit, so people that are really good and moral will have somebody to fucking look up or look to, not look up to, but look to for help and all that bullshit when it's all lies. It's sad as hell. It's a sad state of affairs that we got to sit here. A sad state of affairs when we got to sit here and listen to that bullshit. I'm looking at myself on the bottom right now. Oh man, thank you, Light Slim. And I see you over there laughing. I see your emojis and chick. I am trying to be a little funny because, either you're gonna be funny and laugh about this shit, or you're gonna do something weird. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go out there and do something weird. I have to still try to, this media stuff, this is a big deal to me. I want to tell the truth to people. I promise you I do. Yeah, I got the cool posters in the bag, Nipsey. These are all people that I fucking like. Star Wars shit, Mandalorian, Nipsey Hussle. To me, in his short period, he did more for not only the music and the hip hop, but to show people in Los Angeles you can come from the circumstances he came from and make something out yourself and be a fucking pillar of the community, regardless of how you used to be. Tupac Shakur, I think, was a genius young man, great actor, everything. He was a ball of fire, man, that was gonna blaze all over the place. He would have been, I don't know if he'd be 50, but he'd be close to 50 something now, if I'm not mistaken. But he was taken too fucking soon. But he did live a tumultuous life. You know what I'm saying? Big too. You know, I guess you could idly say Notorious B.I.G. and all that. But you know, I got a Jimi Hendrix, another guy who changed the game. You know, there wasn't even a left-handed guitar before that man started playing. He had to flip the guitar over and play it a right-handed guitar. Flip it. He innovated rock and roll. Eric Clapton, Eddie Van Halen, all them fucking dudes look to that guy as the pillar of the guitar. You know what I'm saying? Of course, everybody knows that the blues with B.B. King, Bobby Blue Bland, and all those types of guys, Howlin' Wolf, and all those dudes really is, you know, what made rock and roll go. You know, the blues is rock and roll is the blues. It derived from that. But Chuck Berry and people like that. But when this cat came along, he was a left-handed player or left-handed man that needed a guitar. He flipped that motherfucker over and played it from the left side. It was just crazy. So they had to create a left-handed guitar. That's innovation. That's like he's a groundbreaker. So all these people on here mean a lot to me. I ain't got Dr. King or Malcolm them up here. I got those T-shirts and Muhammad Ali. If you notice some of the shit that I wear on the pod, these are people that are influential to me, that carry a huge torch and made super strides in this world. And forget, everybody's got a tainted past. We're human beings. We make fucking mistakes. We make mistakes. So my media aspirations are fucking real. I'm supposed to be going to the Choppers Motorcycle Club function this Saturday. They got a 4-day weekend. It's the 57th annual. I'm going to be interviewing some of the legends of that MC club. It's one of the few black clubs in California, other than Rare Breed. I go to a lot of different showcases. I've been given a platform, though my platform is small, but it's gaining momentum. I've been given a platform for artists to come on here and showcase their music and talk about, you know, their desires and you know what their belief systems are. This shit real for me. These interviews ain't bullshit. I'm not doing this for show. I could be doing anything else, but I'm doing this because I think it's dope. I think the people that come on here, I got people all the way from New York watching this shit. It's damn near 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock on the East Coast. And they showing me the dignity and the respect and the admiration to say, bro, your shit kind of interesting, bro. I'm gonna stay up and check that out. You can't ask for fucking that. You can't buy that. You can buy all the fake promotions and the bots and all these likes and subscribers you want, but you can't buy real admiration and real respect. And I want to thank everybody who fuck with your boy. I really do. Because like I said all the time, you could be anywhere else, but you right here with the homie Big Dex. And with that said, I'm going to go on tap out, y'all. Because I think that's where the time has ended. And basically, I done pretty much said what I had to say on a lot of this stuff. Remember, stay focused. Happy 420. If you smoke, blow one before you go to bed. It'll make you sleep great. We out here on the West Coast doing our thug thizzle. Shout out to HPRC. They hooked me up with my trees today. Herbal Pain Relief Center in North Hills, Chatsworth, and Sepulveda near the 118 and right next door to Del Taco. HPRC, great shop. They got hella deals all the time. Go in there and tell them you saw. I said something about them on the Corner Store podcast, OMD Dex 300. And you probably get some real great deal. You probably would have got a real great deal today and a couple of gifts. Because I did. I love y'all. Good night, Light Slim. Good night, New York. Shout out to whoever was on the chat tonight. Shout out to who's on here now. Shout out to my fam. Brandon, Maya, Claudia. Shout out to the homies. Shout out to Sauce the Wave, F&G Hayes, Cautious KB, everybody. And I hope y'all having it good out there. Shout out to somebody I just met recently. My nigga Juice Wayne. All of y'all, man, have a good night. It's your boy OMD Dex 300. This has been episode 39 of the Corner Store Podcast. Let's get it. I'm gonna blow one right before I let y'all get up out of here. Peace. I'll let y'all.